Hi everybody and welcome to Teen Tuesday with your host, Margaret. This week I'm going to show you one thing before we get started on the project. In the supply bag from the library, you'll find the usual little handout that has the ingredients that are in your supply bag and then the other supplies that you'll need. What I want to point your attention to is on the back, there's an upcoming events section now. We'll be updating this part of the flyer every week with the upcoming programs for teens from the Fayetteville Free Library. So keep an eye on that area to know what's happening next. And now, stress balls. We're making two different kinds of stress balls today. So, in the supply bag from the library, you'll find a little Ziploc bag with flour in it, a little plastic cup full of Orbeez, and 5 balloons. 2 of the balloons are going to blow up clear, and 3 of the balloons will be colors. The 2 different stress balls are going to be made, one is going to be using the clear balloons and the other using the colorful balloons. So, you can separate those right now if you'd like. Additionally, not included in the bag, you're going to want a plastic bottle, an empty plastic bottle, kind of like this one, that's dry on the inside, and 3 cups of warm water. The Orbeez need to soak in the warm water for about 6 to 12 hours before you use them. The longer they soak, the larger they'll become. So, soak them for a while. I have Orbeez in the bowl right now soaking, so I'm going to set those aside for a minute, and I'll make that stress ball last. So the 2 clear balloons go with that one. So for the other one, we're going to start using the bag of flour. Now what you want to do is transfer the flour into your empty bottle. You could do that with a funnel, if you have one, or if you happen to have a pair of scissors, cut just a little bit off the corner of the bag and put that in the top of the bottle. Oh! Don't drop the bag. And just sort of shake and squeeze and twist out of the Ziploc bag into the bottle. Once you have all of the flour, or at least most of it, I hope, inside the bottle, it's time to blow up a balloon. Pick a balloon. This is going to be the innermost balloon on your stress ball, and blow it up. You don't have to blow it up all the way. And if you have trouble blowing up a balloon, this would be where an optional tool might help you out, or just get someone around who can blow up a balloon to blow it up for you. So, give it a few twists to sort of temporarily seal off the end, and we're going to stretch this around the opening at the top of the bottle. So now you should have something that looks a bit like this. Simply flip it over and shake to allow the flour to fall into the balloon. Yay! Now, this next part could be a huge mess, so be careful. First thing I would suggest, twist the balloon again to sort of temporarily seal it off and remove it from the bottle without releasing the twist. Now, you want to slowly and carefully allow the air to escape the balloon. But don't let it go so far that the flour starts flying out of the balloon, okay? So, very gently release a little bit of air at a time. Here we go. When you get near the end and there's, not a lot of air left, you can decide how much air you'd like to leave in the balloon. If you remove all of the air, it's going to have a different feeling in your hand than it will if you leave a little bit in there. So think about that while you're letting out the last bit of air in your balloon. Also, again, try not to let it escape, the flower escape. Okay. Oh, I did that gently enough. None of it tried coming out the top. Cool. All right. So once you have flour and no air left in your balloon, it's time to tie it off. And if you have trouble tying off a balloon, just grab someone that can help you do that, one of your parents or a sibling or something. Or try it for the first time. The worst thing that happens is you're going to snap yourself with the balloon and it doesn't hurt any worse than like a rubber band. Stretch out the next some, stick 2 fingers, wrap it around your fingers, tuck the end between your fingers, and then pull your fingers out. And you've got a balloon full of flour for you to squeeze. Now, just for protection, so it doesn't leak immediately, take another one of the balloons, or you can, I should say, take one of the other balloons, cut the neck off, and stretch it over the top of this balloon, hiding the knot so that it's not sticking out and looking all weird the whole time. The other option with the other 2 balloons is that you could experiment with other fillers. So this is flour, and now you know what flour feels like in a stress ball. Cornstarch has a different texture. Or you could try something like rice, which is a little bit coarser, and that'll feel different too. But if you want to just make 2 layers or even 3 layers, take your second balloon, cut off the neck, and then take the bulb of the balloon, open it up, and stretch it over top of your first balloon so that it's like 2 layers thick. And then if you want, grab the third one, cut that off, and stretch it over the top as well. And now you've got a homemade flour stress ball that should last a while. Or at least you know how to make one now, so you can make it again in future. Woohoo! All right, so now we're gonna make the one with the Orbeez, and it's a very similar process. First, you're probably gonna wanna rinse the flour out of your bottle. Then we're gonna transfer the soaked Orbeez into the bottle, and then dump that into the inflated balloon. And it should look pretty cool because the balloon's clear. So let me go rinse out my bottle and I'll be right back. I rinsed my bottle. Now it's time to assemble the second stress ball. You're going to need to transfer the Orbeez that have been soaking into the plastic bottle. Again, you can do this with a funnel if you'd like, or, with your hands. All your Orbeez are now in the bottle, and that's a pretty good amount of Orbeez. You have 2 clear balloons in case you wanted to make 2 balloons instead of 1, 2 stress balls, or in case the first one pops, you can always use the other one. So, blow up the balloon and attach it to the top of the bottle, just like we did with the flour. Twist it a few times to seal it temporarily. Stretch it over the neck of the bottle. And then let the Orbeez fall into it. I like this part. Okay. Give the balloon a twist so that the air doesn't immediately start escaping, and pull it off of the bottle. Now, gently and carefully let the air out of the balloon. Look at that. That's cool. So now you just have to tie the balloon off. And you have a totally funky Orbeez Stress Ball. Now you have two really cool stress balls, and I hope that they, together with the other projects we're doing this month for Teen Tuesday, will help you manage your stress in the beginning of this new school year. See you next week to make a tiny Zen garden.